mentioned a couple of times that we really have had a fantastic season, and when I look at the sidecar class, a lot of the comments around the circuit are that so many of the sidecar drivers are all on par with each other now that we just can't predict really who's going to be doing the winning. So I wanted to grab a chance to have a quick word with one of the crews that a lot of people have been noticing coming up through the ranks now. Kenny Hammill and John Richards, great season for you.
Yeah, pleased with it really. We've made most of the finals. We're getting more consistent as we go on, and hopefully, you know, we can get there if we can keep trying.
Now, I'm not going to rely on my memory to try and remember things like this, but is this your first visit down here to Tunbridge?
No, we done the Battle of Britain this year. Last year we done the Bonfire Burnup, but we blew our engine last year, so we finished 4th in the final here at the Battle of Britain, and hopefully, all being well, we can improve on it today.
Well, indeed. And John, let's bring you in and have a quick word, because obviously, looking as a spectator, it does look as if it's a fantastic track for passengers. Do you enjoy it?
Oh, it's brilliant. It's so smooth. You can concentrate on what you're doing, not worried about where the next bump is.
Absolutely right. But obviously, when we look at the lineup here this afternoon, it's tough, isn't it?
It is, yeah, but I mean, you're racing with them all the time, and the only way you can ever beat them is be with them all the time, and hopefully you just got to go out there and try your best.
Well, indeed. I wish you both the very best of luck. I think it is going to be some fantastic racing this afternoon. The competition's tough, but let's hope you're up there amongst them.
Yeah, thanks, Tim.
Thank you, bye.
Well, of course, going through that list of sidecar drivers, really I've got to say that it suits the sidecars. We know there's some fantastic racing, but one man who it could be suggested is on form at the moment, winner of the Grand Slam last weekend, Rob Wilson, looking forward to today.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, Jim, yeah, we always look forward to this one. I mean, it's an excellent track, and to be honest with you, I think everybody seems to go very well around here. It's lovely, it's smooth, there's not a better track in the country, to be honest with you.
Well, indeed. Of course, that one thing that does do, though, is put everybody on par, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, that's the problem. Like I said, the 18 sidecars that you've got here today are obviously probably potentially there's 18 that could win it really at the end of the day. You know, we all got the same equipment thereabouts, so yeah, I mean, it's going to be a hard day really.
Well, a hard day's racing, but do you think perhaps some of this experience of riding in the big German tracks, etc., will put you and one or two others just that little bit ahead of the rest?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think so, but yeah, I mean, I've got no problems with the on-track starts, to be honest with you. I think they're quite good, so it doesn't worry me, where probably some of the other guys that haven't done it, perhaps they're a little bit, you know, a little bit worried about it.
Well, that's right, and well, we never know. Perhaps that could be the little thing that will give somebody the edge to do the winning, but one thing I think you will agree with me is it's going to be tough. There's going to be a lot of hard racing out there this afternoon, and it's going to be very interesting to see who we get up there on that rostrum at the end of the day.
That's right. I mean, it's always tough, so it's another day's racing, really.
Brilliant. Well, let's hope we'll be speaking to you later on, Rob. Very best of luck, mate.
Great. Cheers, Jim.
Now, I was expecting to see the sidecars coming out, and a lot of them collected in the pit box there, I can see, but changes to your official programme I can give you. On number 8, Mark Edwards is passengered by Graham Ashby. It's Graham Ashby, passenger by Mark Edwards, outfit number 8. The reserves for the sidecar class, you may have spotted them in practice, are number 15, Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall, number 9, Lee Ray and Nick Owen, and number 12, Tim Bennett, Steve Hargreaves. So 3 reserves if they're required. All hoping they're going to get in, of course. 15 Ivor Matthews, 9 Lee Ray, and 12 Tim Bennett. Here, a sidecar start up. Then indeed I did. A chance then to see the sidecar competitors competing for the 1999 Bonfire Burn-up. First crew to come past me is number 87. That's Rob Bradley and Tristan Winterburn. Good to see they made the journey all the way down here. I know they enjoy this circuit. Number 15, Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall. Hoping that they will get right this afternoon. They've got a lot of experience in that crew here at the action track. Number 25, Colin Blackbourn and Martin Daly. Now, what can I say about Colin? Didn't he pull a few surprises at the British Masters this year? A fantastic semi-final win for Colin Blackbourn and Martin Daly. What can they do here this afternoon? Number 24 is Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. Very experienced crew, been on this circuit a lot and had a great win at the Grand Slam last weekend. Number 183 is Ian Lee Amos and Stuart Lee Amos. Number 3, Alan and John Blewitt, going very quickly in practice. Number 9, Lee Ray and Nicky Owen. Number 26, had a great ride here at the Battle of Britain. Got themselves up on the rostrum. Mick Turrell and Tony Baseby. What Canadian this afternoon. A return to the sport for Mark Edwards and Graham Ashby this afternoon. Number 74 is Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Beaney. Number 184. No, that's not John Hiscock and Jason Gill. That's Jason Gill driving it, but oh, John's bringing the other outfit on. So doing these things just to catch me out, I'm sure. Number 17, Dave Steer and Rob Szarek. Number 20, Vaughan Roberts and Terry Madley. And they tell me that's a Craddock Yamaha, not the Steer Yamaha, a Craddock Yamaha for 20 Vaughan Roberts. Number 93 is Andy Symons and Shaun Yates all the way up from Cornwall, and join them in parade number 60, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley, also up from Cornwall. Number 1 is Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds. Number 23, Gary Jackson and Carl Pugh. Number 11, another of these shiny corn stars at the moment. Number 11 is Kenny Hammill and John Richards. And they've certainly been going very, very quickly this season. What can the sidecar cars do as we see out on the track for the very first time this afternoon? Number 8, Mark Edwards. Number 11, Kenny Hammill. 13, John Halsey. 184, John Hiscock. 25, Colin Blackbourn. And 93, Andy Symons. So you'll notice in the race programme that you've got your grid positions from the outside of the track. Mark Edwards number 8 and Graham Ashby you'll find on this outside start line. That's grid 1. Right on the inside, Andy Symons and Shaun Yates. They're on grid 6. Get underway for the first time. Mark Edwards has made a good start from the outside. Andy Symons trying to work his way through. John Hiscock has got up in the second position. Up in second place behind Mark Edwards and Graham Ashby. Andy Symons trying to work his way through from 4th place into 3rd, but it's John Hiscock and Jason Gill that have got it at the moment. Tour of the day for Mark Edwards and Graham Ashby. They drive hard into the top end, trying to open that gap up. John Hiscock. But they've lost those two in front of us. John Hiscock tries to come through on the inside of John Halsey. One more lap to go. Mark Edwards and Graham Ashby leading into the top end. As John Halsey's going to have to work out the thing. Up to 3rd as they come towards the checkered flag. Great start of the day for outfit number 8, Mark Edwards and Graham Ashby. In the sidecar competition, we start with the very first race of the sidecars with a win for outfit number 8. That of course is Mark Edwards and Graham Ashby. In second place, number 184, John Hiscock and Jason Gill. In third place, number 93, Andy Symons and Shaun Yates. In fourth place, number 25, Colin Blackbourn and Martin Bailey. In fifth place, number 11, Kenny Hammill and John Richards. And now going across the line in sixth place, you can all see that it's a back wheel puncture that Halsey has suffered with. And we will put number 13 into sixth place there. A winning time of 1:28.72, 1:28.72, 60.50, 60.50 average speed. So we move on to race 5, the second heat of the sidecar competition. Coming to the line, number 183, Ian Lee Amos and Stuart Lee Amos. Number 1, Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds. Number 17, Dave Steer and Rob Szarek. 87, Rob Bradley and Tristan Winterburn. 74 is Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Beaney. And 20, Vaughan Roberts and Terry Madley. Second lead of the sidecars. Looks like Duncan Tolhurst has made a good start and got to the lead as he goes into that first spin. To try and find a way from the inside, but Duncan keeping a very good line at the moment. Holds it tight again as he goes in that top bend. Dave Steer is forced to go wide. That's going to leave a gap on the inside. I think Craig Cheatham might have found a way through as he's looking on the inside of Dave Steer. And the difficulty is Dave Steer is travelling quicker. He's trying to find a way through. On this bottom turn. One more lap to go, so not too much wrong at the moment. Knows that Dave Steer is looking to make a challenge. Tries to make sure that has been challenging round the outside. It's a long way to go, but he's certainly going to have a go. Duncan Tolhurst takes the win. Dave Steer with a very close second. Craig Cheatham in third. Then as they disappeared back into the pits, as giving the official result, it was a win for outfit number 74, Duncan Tolhurst, and a passenger Simon Beaney. In second place, number 17, Dave Steer and Rob Szarek. In third place, number 1, Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds. In fourth place, number 87, Rob Bradley and Tristan Winterburn. In fifth place, number 183, Ian Lee Amos, Stuart Lee Amos. In sixth place, number 20, Vaughan Roberts and Terry Madley. The winning time, 1:30.60, 1:30.60, 59.24. So we've seen the first two heats of the sidecars. We now move to race 6. And quickly spotted there that number 15, Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall have come in. There's no number 7, Paul Johnson. He had gearbox problems and was hoping to have got a new gearbox in before this race, but unfortunately he's missed this first heat. We keep our fingers crossed that he can get into his second ride. Up go the tapes, and it is Ivor Matthews has made a good start. Richard Thomas is there as well, he's on the outside. He's up in second place. looking for a way through. Ivor Matthews, though, with the lead at the moment, goes into the top turn. Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley in second place. There's a great track going on. He's gone the long way round that bottom turn. Alan Blewitt knows he's there, trying to keep the door shut. Gary Jackson goes through. Gary Jackson's going to go after Alan. Down the front side of the seat. Keeps going. And we look to the front, and there's one more lap to go. Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall lead from Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley in second. Now, can Richard Thomas get the win? He closes right up on Ivor Matthews. Knows that Ivor Matthews will possibly go wide. Not going to do it for him this time. Ivor takes the win. Richard Thomas in second. Gary Jackson in third. First leg rides, and yet again we have drama. One of the early favourites for this meeting pulls out, doesn't get a result in his first ride, but the official result of race 6 reads as a win for reserve number 15, Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall. In second place, number 60, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. In third place, number 23, Gary Jackson, and passenger for this afternoon, Carl Pugh. In fourth place, number 26, Mick Turrell and Tony Baseby. In fifth place, number 3, Alan and John Blewitt. No 6 finisher there. The winning time was 129.41, 129.41, 60.03. So over the page we go, and we see the sidecars for the second time this afternoon. Race victories for Mark Edwards, number 8, Duncan Tolhurst, number 74, and number 15, Ivor Matthews. Now, a lot of questions, obviously. Will Ivor Matthews be able to get another ride? Has Paul Johnson fixed his outfit? He is, after all, only reserve. We had problems for Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. They are due to go in this first one. Have they fixed whatever the problem was? Number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glenie, also not scoring well in their first one with a back wheel puncture. Well, at the moment, the concern is that I can't see Rob Wilson out. Yes, indeed, he does have... No, in fact, is that Lee Ray coming out? Now, that's interesting, because if Paul Johnson has got his bike fixed, then I wonder why Lee Ray is coming out and not Ivor Matthews. Well, the disappointment is that it means that we've got no Rob Wilson in the burn-up. Wrong for me to make assumptions, really, isn't it? I should just let you know what's actually happening out there, I think. That's the easy option. So, race 10 then, the first of the sidecars, or their second ride. Oh, they get underway, and Duncan Tolhurst, of course, had a win first time out. Can he make it 2 out of 2? He's got the lead as he goes into that first turn. He's got Victoria. Come around that bottom turn. Mick Turrell is looking to have a go as he gets close to him coming out of that bottom turn. Kenny Hammill and John Richards still there in third. It's Colin Blackbourn and Martin Bailey. dangerous game to play. You really want to keep the machinery going as quick as you possibly can. As I say that, he speeds up past me. Again, Mick Turrell gets close in that top bend. Mick Turrell looks to have a go. One more lap to go. Can Duncan Tolhurst and Colin Hill make it 2 out of 2? They go round that top bend. Hammill, but as they come towards the line, it's all going to be about second victory for Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Beaney. Mick Turrell and Tony Baseby take second. So, race 10 now. While we had all the panic going on before it, we get it underway, and of course we get a second victory for outfit number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Beaney. In second place, number 26 is Mick Turrell and Tony Baseby. In third place, number 11, Kenny Hammill and John Richards. In fourth place, number 25, Colin Blackbourn and Martin Bailey. In fifth place, number 9, and of course is the reserve coming in, Lee Ray and Nicky Owen. And in sixth place, number 20, Vaughan Roberts and Terry Madley. 1:31.07 was the winning time, 1:31.07, 58.94. Second place first time out. Just on the inside of them we've got number 3, Alan and John Blewitt. And Paul Johnson has indeed come out, so well, that certainly has proved to be interesting, because it now means that we've used 2 track reserves. And I wonder, does he know something about the riders in race 12? Will he perhaps get a ride then? But at the moment, no ride for Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall, who did get a win first time out. So Paul Johnson has got his gearbox problem sorted. He joins the line for the first time this afternoon. Starter moves away, up go the tapes, and Richard Thomas has made a good one from the outside. Now Mark Edwards has been caught at the gate, and you've got Gary Jackson in the lead at the moment. As he watches the front 2 get away from him down this finishing straight. So Gary Jackson holding second at the moment from Mark Edwards. And you'll remember, Stephen had a big Paul Johnson at the moment at the back of the field trying to get a position, but Richard Thomas has got very, very close to Gary Jackson. Looks to try and find a way through. And going into the last lap, exactly where they want to be. They're leading as Richard Thomas again gets very close to Gary Jackson. There's gone in third. Towards the checker flag, Richard Thomas has found a gap on the inside. It's going to be close to the line. Well, it was very, very close. Richard Thomas had picked his gap and come through on the inside. Oh, we shouldn't ignore that Mark Edwards and Graham Ashby took the win, but I look over the shoulders and that's got that second. race 11 then. Well, it proved to be an interesting one again at the start, but as they finished, we get 2 rides and 2 wins for outfit number 8, Mark Edwards and Graham Ashby. In second place, number 23, it was close on the line, but he just hung on to it, Gary Jackson and Carl Pugh. In third place, number 60, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. In fourth place, number 183, Ian Lee Amos and Stuart Lee Amos. Fifth place, number 7, Paul Johnson and Dave French. And in sixth place, number 3, Alan and John Blewitt. So we now move to race 12. Ecstasy looking at the riders going in this one. I didn't think there would be any retirements, so disappointing for Ivor Matthews. I'm sure he'll be looking to get another ride in the third legs. But can John Halsey and Jason Glenie make up for that disastrous first ride? Nobody can predict a puncher. They get underway, and as they go into that first round, it's perhaps Dave Steer and Craig Cheatham on the inside that have made the best of the start. John Halsey working his way through. John Halsey comes through into second place. He's got Andy Symons on the inside of him, and Andy Symons looks to have made the better of it. So while John Halsey thought he was fighting with quickly Shaun Yates is up and on his feet.
We see again Andy Symons tries desperately hard to get past John Halsey and Jason Glenie, and in the process almost knocks Jason Glenie off the outfit, but unfortunately loses his own passenger, Shaun Yates, who goes tumbling down the circuit and was very lucky to escape injury. That was a very bad incident indeed.
Shaun Yates is up and on his feet. Now the rest of the competitors carry on, although I can see now that Dave Steers put his hand in the air. The clerk of the course on the far side puts the red flag up. So in fact they've not done enough race distance, so they will have to restart. Disappointment for Dave Steer and Rob Szarek. But Andy Symons and Shaun Yates, I'm sure, the ones that are most concerned. Andy Symons quickly going over the far side to see if Shaun's okay. So all 6 competitors go in the restart. Remind you, we are with race 12 at the moment. This is the third of the heats for the second leg rides. And as they get underway, it's a much better start for Craig Cheatham and John Halsey this time. Dave Steer is the one that's missed out. He's back in 4th place as they go into that first turn. Tries to come back. to come out of the turn. And John Halsey very, very close to Andy Symons as he goes past me. But still, Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds. Bonfire Burnup for John Halsey and Glenie as they again pull up. It means that Dave Steer now has a chance of getting back to where he was when the race was stopped. He goes to the outside line. That's a big gap that Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds have got as they come past me, leading into that top turn. Dave Steer trying to close on it. Go wide, but can Dave Steer get enough momentum from the middle of the turn and come underneath him? The answer is no, he can't, as Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds take the win. Dave Steer and Rob Szarek take second. Then the last of the sidecars for their second leg ride to win for outfit number 1, Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds. In second place, number 17, Dave Steer and Rob Szarek. In third place, number 93, Andy Symons and Shaun Yates. In fourth place, number 184, John Hiscock and Jason Gill. And in fifth place, number 87, Rob Bradley and Tristan Winterburn. The winning time, 1:30.06, 1:30.06. 59.60 the average speed. So as we go over the page, we now look to the third leg rides. And in fact it looks as if, well, who have we got and we haven't got? No Rob Wilson and no John Halsey. So Paul Johnson has got grid 1 right on the outside here, so he's out for the second time this afternoon. Matthews is still on 7 points, so with a good ride here he still has a chance of getting into that A final. Duncan Tolhurst and Mark Edwards, the only two outfits unbeaten at the moment. They're on 14 points. Craig Cheatham on 11. Number 17, Dave Steer on 10. Harry Jackson and Richard Thomas both on 9. And then we've got 3 outfits on 8 points, and then Ivor Matthews on 7. So, Vaughan Roberts, the last to come into line, as the starters now pull them up to the tapes. Sala lets them go, they get underway. Craig Cheatham has made a good one, Ivor Matthews has made a good one as well. John Halsey and Jason Glenie get to the front post to go into that first turn. He's trying to get places as well from the back of the field, but as we look to the front, it's Ivor Matthews trying to find a way through on the inside. John Halsey and Jason Glenie even eased out as they go into that top end. And Ivor Matthews has let him through on the inside. John Halsey it is that gets to the front. Great race between these serials. Brian Matthews hasn't given up the challenge yet. Well, it's done a long way round as they go into the last lap. It was trying to pick up speed for an attack down the straight. And Paul Johnson, all the time that's been going on, has got closer and closer to the Pro Tudor. Towards the checkered flag, knows he needs a win here, he gets the win. Ivor Matthews gets second, Craig Cheatham in third and Paul Johnson in fourth. Ivor Matthews and Simon Ward. In third place, number 1, Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds. In fourth place, number 7, Paul Johnson and Dave French. And in fifth place, number 183, Ian Lee Amos and Stuart Lee Amos. In sixth place, number 20, Vaughan Roberts and Terry Madeley. The winning time, 1:30.19, 59.51 at the average speed, 59.51. Now I think the point situation in the sidecar field is going to get very interesting indeed, and really they're all points off each other. What can Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Beaney do in this one? They have had 2 rides and 2 wins so far. Gary Jackson and Carl Pugh are in there with a shout. They're on 9 points from 2 rides. John Hiscock and Jason Gill on 8 points. They go in this one. Oh, away they go, and Duncan Tolhurst has missed the start completely. He's let the rest of the field go, so he's going to win this one and keep the maximum. Duncan Tolhurst is starting to come back, and Gary Jackson turns it sideways. Oh, Gary Jackson indeed turned round on that bottom bend.
In a really horrible looking crash, Gary Jackson goes straight up the back of Kenny Hammill and turns it sideways, and John Hiscock has absolutely nowhere to go whatsoever and plows straight into him. Luckily, believe it or not one of these riders was seriously hurt, and although it took them a while, they did eventually pick themselves up and walk away.
Oh, Gary Jackson indeed turned round on that bottom bend. As you can see, that our officials quickly over to the scene. Red flag obviously out in the interest of safety, where I would request to all of you that you leave the officials to it. If I've just given you the time and the speed, the time was 1:30.17, 59.53. So my apologies if I missed that, or if we had a hiccup with the microphone system, maybe I turned it off when I shouldn't have done. 1:30.17, 59.53. Indeed, the marshal's trying to push everybody back into the pit box to try and get that gate shut. That indeed does look as if it's what's happened. So, 4 outfits only go in the rerun. Ivor, as they get underway, Kenny Hammill has made a very good start, and Andy Diamond has gone with him. So again, Duncan Tolhurst has got the work to do. He's the rider on maximum points at the moment. Get the advantage over Kenny Hammill. Kenny Hammill has got a good line. Whilst Andy Symons has been forced to go wide, Duncan Tolhurst is trying to get the advantage on the inside. Gets very close to him as he goes into that top bend. Andy Symons trying to stay with him. Gets very close in the middle of the bend. Gets forced to go on the wide line. And that all the time is leaving gaps for Duncan Tolhurst. Duncan has got very, very close to Andy Symons this time. Again closes up into this top turn. Into the bottom turn they go once more. Kenny Hammill and John Richards. Perfect line round that bottom bend. Into the last lap. And Symons and Shaun Yates now look to be more under control. They've got a better line into the top. Towards the checkered flag this time, it's a win for Kenny Hammill and John Richards. Andy Symons and Shaun Yates face second, Duncan Tolhurst and passenger this afternoon, Simon Beaney, take third place. In second place, number 93, Andy Symons and Shaun Yates. In third place, number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Simon Beaney. In fourth place, number 87, Rob Bradley and Tristan Winterburn. The winning time was 1:31.46, 1:31.46, 58.69 was the average speed. So we went on to race 18, this last of the third leg rides. A chance to see in action once again Mark Edwards, who's had 2 rides and 2 wins. Started pulled him up a little bit later, and Richard Thomas has made a good start. Well, Alan Blewitt has just got the edge though as they go into that first turn, and at the moment Mark Edwards is together as they go into that bottom turn, and Mick has got the lead. Alan and John Blewitt have got problems. Dave Steer does everything he can to avoid Alan Blewitt. Mark Edwards in the meantime has got up in the second. Fourth at the moment. Mark Edwards is starting to breathe down the side of Mick Towell at the moment. First we'll watch them go into that top turn. Go wide, is he going to go tight? He tries the wide line, but Mick Towell has still got the bit of it. Mick Towell still holding the lead from Mark Edwards in second. Very wide on that bottom turn, and Mark Edwards comes back at them. There's the checkered flag. They stood just to hang on to the second. It was very, very close, but a terrific ride from Mick Towell and Tony Baseby. A chance to to see in action Mark Edwards, Mick Turrell and Richard Thomas. But the result is a win for number 26, Mick Turrell and Tony Baseby. In second place, number 17, Dave Steer and Rob Szarek. In third place, number 8, Mark Edwards and Graham Ashby. In fourth place, number 60 is Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. In fifth place, number 25, Colin Blackbourn and Martin Beaney. And in sixth place, outfit number 3, Alan and Blewitt. The winning time was 31.41, 131.41, 58.72. Because at the moment we've got Mark Edwards and Duncan Tolhurst on 18 points. We've then got number 26 Colin Mick Turrell, number 17 Dave Steer and number 1 Craig Cheatham all on 15 points. 93 and 11 the two Cornish crews, Andy Symons and Kenny Hammill on 13. Number 15 Ivor Matthews and 60 Richard Thomas on 12 points, 23 Gary Jackson on 9 points. There's 4 riders together on 8 points. It really is very, very close. There's an awful lot of drivers that know a good ride in their last ride could get them into the final. Oh, they get underway and it's Ivor Matthews has got the lead, so Ivor Matthews is in this one. I think it was that the pit box wasn't closed when they let them go. So 6 outfits to the line then for this, the first of the last leg rides. I'm sure they all know how tight the points are. There is only 6 going into the A final as they get underway. Ivor Matthews has made a very good start. Disappointment with Rob Bradley as he looks down at scenery, but Ivor Matthews inside the wall. But as they come round past me, the lead is with Ivor Matthews and Simon Moore. Mick Turrell having to go for the wide line again to try and get around the outside of the they come into this last ride. They're still on 13 points, so a good ride here could well see them out in the final. And Ivor Matthews and Simon Moore coming here as we move this afternoon. Exactly that as they go into the last lap. Andy Symons and Shaun Yates still in second. Still the battle raging for this third place as Mick Turrell tries to get past. That's going to be maximum 7 points for Ivor Matthews and Simon Moore. Andy Symons and Shaun Yates to get the 5 points for second. And it is going to be interesting for them to sit and watch the rest of the heat and watch out whether they... Then the first of the 4th leg rides, a win and maximum points for number 15 Ivor Matthews. In second place to him, number 93, that is of course Andy Symons and Shaun Yates. In third place, number 26 Mick Turrell and Tony Baseby. In fourth place, number 183 Ian Leamis and Stuart Leamis. In fifth place, number 87 Rob Bradley and Tristan Winterburn. The winning time, 131.27, 131.27, 58.81, the average speed. So 15s, 93, 26, 183, 87, a winning time of 131.27, 58.81. So race 23 comes up to the line. They get underway. John Halsey has made a very good start. And he's got Dave Steele on the inside, who knows I'll say that. He has got the best foot on the So he knows that he needs to get a win here. Dave Steele and Szarek on 15 points in their 3 rides. John Halsey is closing the gap on Dave Steele. Follows him round that bottom bend. Looks for a Woodley pass as they go up this straight in front of me. Number 25, Colin Blackbourn and Martin Blewitt. He keeps the power on as he comes past us. One more lap to go. Colin Blackbourn and Martin Bailey still there in third. John Hiscock and Jason Gill still there in second. Up towards the checkered flag. It's going to be victory for John Halsey. Dave Steele takes second. Colin Blackbourn takes third, John Hiscock in fourth. So race 23 then, the second of the fourth leg ride to the win for outfit number 13. Maximum points to John Halsey and Jason Glenie. In second place, number 17, Dave Steele and Szarek. In third place, number 25, that's Colin Blackbourn and Martin Bailey. In fourth place, number 184, John Hiscock and Jason Gill. In fifth place, number 23, Gary Jackson and Pugh. In sixth place, number 20, Ron Roberts and Terry Madley. 130.04 was the winning time, 130.04, 59.61 the average speed. So 130.04, 59.61. As they pulled them up to the start line, you can see there's Kenny Hammill and John Richards with no power on. They've asked the starter to hold everybody up while they get it restarted. Quickly get the machinery going. So as they come towards the line, this is the last of the qualifying heat. They get underway, and Duncan Tolhurst has missed the start again. So he's right up the top of the point scoring chart. Richard Thomas has got to the front on that. In third, Kenny Hammill and John Richards, but Paul Johnson comes through. Paul Johnson goes through into third place. So Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. Woodley in at the moment. Bottom bend. It's very quick, but it's a long way round. Mark Edwards is trying the outside now. He's looking for an outside line. So he's realised No gas being left on the inside by the... Drives hard round this bottom bend. It's the last lap flag for them this time as they come round. Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley could be finding a way into the final with a win here as they go round that top bend. Switched to the inside and it's going to be close to the line, but Richard Thomas does it. Mark Edwards in second, Kenny Hammill in third. Well, that really was a brilliant ride for Richard Thomas and marshals and first aid officials take a well-deserved break. Let me give you the official result of race 24, the race you've just seen. It was a win for outfit number 16, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. In second place, number 8, Mark Edwards and Graham Ashby. In third place, number 11, Kenny Hammill and John Richards. In fourth place, number 7, Paul Johnson and Dave French. In fifth place, number 1, Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds, and the winning time 1:31.60, 1:31.60, 58.60. We now move to the sidecar consolation final, and the list should include number 93, Andy Symons and Shaun Yates. Number 1, Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds. Number 11, Kenny Hammill and John Richards. 13, John Halsey and Jason Beaney. 25, Colin Blackbourn and Martin Bailey. And number 184, John Hiscock and Jason Gill. All away they go. John Hiscock reverted to his speedway machine by the look of it. Not good for him on the start. We'll watch to see how he goes to try and catch the build up at the moment. With the lead, Craig Cheatham in second, Colin Blackbourn in third at the moment, Kenny Hammill and John Richards fighting with Andy Symons and Shaun Yates, and John Hiscock after that disastrous start. They weren't in the A final this afternoon. They can only go out and do the best they can by winning the B final. Colin Blackbourn starting to close in that third position, up on second. Craig Cheatham still with that. And he comes back at him again, underneath him, gets into fourth place. And I was kind of hoping that Colin Blackbourn would have been closer to Craig Cheatham. Final. Best they can do is go out and win in style. They take it. Good ride from Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds for finishing second. Colin Blackbourn and Martin Bailey crossing the line in third. In third place is number 25, Colin Blackbourn and Martin. Fourth place, number 93, Andy Symons and Shaun Yates. In fifth place, number 11, Kenny Hammill and John Richards. And in sixth place, number 184, John Hiscock and Jason Gill. 1:31.14 was the time, 58.89 the average speed. Right, we rapidly move on to the sidecars, and if I can check my notes so I make sure I got this absolutely right. Obviously what they've done is work it out on the points, and I think when we looked at that final qualification, it really was so close on who was going to get what. Nobody could really predict who was going to win the final. But if I start with third place, then you remember at the start of the day we had reserves. there was chopping and changing in the first heats, the second heats. Where are the reserves going? Whose places are they taken? Well, one man that came in as reserve, he's now ending up in third place overall. Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall.
Yeah, well done. Good job. Put that over there. Another one.
Thank you, Chef.
Good job. Good stuff. There's a couple of bottles here. Maybe you'll pop up or you'll maybe go around it. Are you going to do photographs?
There. I'll get that other trophy he's got in his hand in there. Yes.
Okay.
Come on. Hey, look at the camera here. Oh, you've got one there as well.
Is that projecting the image of a family sport? Well, Ivor, now I just mentioned that John's off to New Zealand, but is it still on that you're off to Australia?
I hope so. We paid for the tickets, 14th of Jan, so yeah, definitely.
Paid for the tickets, so definitely going, but this afternoon, obviously, as you've heard mentioned earlier, disappointing that it finishes in this way. You perhaps could have been in with a chance in the final, but pleased, I'm sure, as coming here as reserve, you've ended up in third place.
Yeah, I think any of the six of us on the line would have had a chance, to be honest. I don't think you could have predicted it. 3 rides and to end up third, I don't think... if you'd said that this morning, I'd have said, no, that won't happen. So there you go, I can't complain at all. No.
Well, no complaints in that region. So, of course, third place too, Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall. Well, I must admit, it does give me pleasure to say that I'm calling up on to second place, a crew that have really been competing in this sport for a very, very long time. They're always there and thereabouts, but he always smiles and says to me, Jim, I'm never quite there, am I? Well, he is this afternoon. He's finishing in second place, and who knows, he could have won it. It is, of course, Dave Steer and Rob Szarek. Well done, matey.
Dave. Oh no, that's how we always do.
Congratulations.
Rob, the other side of him. Yeah, other side. Yeah, try not to knock him about. Look, he hasn't got his crutches with him at the moment. Hey, you're supposed to face the camera, Rob. Right, and you're not going to escape, Dave, because I do want a quick word with you, and yeah, why not a round of applause? Second place this afternoon, Dave Steer and Rob Szarek. And Dave, I said quite cheekily there, you could have perhaps won this final if it had been run, but pleased to be there, I'm sure.
We are. Ivor reckons he would have won it, but I don't think so. I had other ideas about that.
You had ideas about it, but obviously on your performance today, it's fast out there, isn't it? And obviously, great performance.
It was absolutely an excellent track. We struggled the last few meetings with the engine not running right, and it was something very, very simple, and it's right now.
Go on, I've got to ask, something simple.
I'm not going to say, am I? At least we had a sump plug in anyway.
And if you don't know what that's all about, you might remember that he lost a sump plug earlier and blew an engine completely, but always there and thereabouts, aren't you?
We are, and I'd like to say a very good, nice thank you to all the team who stuck by us this year and done so much work. Thank you very much.
Well done indeed. Second place this afternoon to Dave Steer and Rob Szarek. Well, we got second and third. We need first place. And what can I say? The end of a season, the end of an era. Because, I'm going to call them up here anyway, because they've won the Bonfire Burn-up, but what a way to go out. I should have earlier on given out an advert for a few wheels he's got left, because sadly this guy is leaving our sport. The Kevlars that Graham's wearing are for sale, so he's got a better advert than ever this afternoon. If you know anybody who wants them, they're up for sale. Sadly they're leaving the sport, but what a way to leave it. They've gone out as winners of the Bonfire Burn-up 1999. It's Mark Edwards and Graham Ashby. Hey? Yeah.
I'll be back in a minute. Are you ready to run this year?
Right, and of course, I've got to say, we want that round of applause as they make their way up there to the #1 spot. See, Mark knows where he's going. That's it, come down to my level, Mark, because I've got to have a quick word. And the first question is, because I didn't do a very good job earlier on this morning and trying to find out who's doing what with what and all the rest of it, that wasn't your outfit, was it?
No, the only thing I came here today, even transport to get here, well, I had my own engine and that was it. I've borrowed leathers, borrowed the bike, borrowed a passenger, so we ain't done bad really.
You haven't done bad, really. You've ended up winning the Bonfire Burnup.
Yeah, sadly it's just, finished like this. We'd like to go out and done it properly, but still we had fastest time as well, I think, so that's extra 60 quid.
You did have the fastest time of the day, I forgot to mention that. Yes, an extra 60 quid, so a good day all round.
Yeah, I can afford to go home now.
Well, I don't know what to say really, Mark, because obviously it's going to be a great disappointment to all this crowd out here, but is there a chance that you may return to Grasstrack Sidecar Racing?
Pardon?
Oh, you're supposed to listen when I'm talking to you. Is there a chance that, although you're going road racing and having a bit of a go at that, I know you've had it kart racing and all the rest of it, but any chance that you may come back to us one day?
No, dear.
You never know, so we can keep our fingers crossed. The winners this afternoon, let's give you the 1, 2, 3, as I will get out of the way, because we've got in third place Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall. In second, Dave Steer and Rob Szarek. But the winners this afternoon, Mark Edwards and Graham Ashby. Oh, shit. So, as the boys have their games, it only remains for me to say that I hope you did enjoy the racing this afternoon. Track in absolutely superb condition. Well, why not? A round of applause for the club who've done so well this afternoon. There is the fireworks still to come. The beer tent is to my left. That's exactly where I'm going in a very few moments. I hope you've enjoyed the racing this afternoon. That is, unfortunately, the end of the 1999 season. We can only now look forward to see what's going to happen in our sport in the year 2000. From me, have a very safe journey home, all of you. I hope we're going to see you for a chat and a pint before we all disappear. But for me now, it's time to close down and disappear and wish you a very safe journey, a very happy millennium, and a Merry Christmas to you all, because that's coming up as well, isn't it?